So why does XRP exist? Well, the main reason is cross-border payments, right? You want to be able to do it quickly, efficiently, and securely. And that's been the main argument from the beginning. But it goes far deeper than that. And I think it's revealing itself to the greater majority of people. I've kind of seen this because it needs to play itself all the way through because the biggest problem has been getting them to use it. Why didn't they want to use it for all those years prior to the lawsuit and through the SEC lawsuit? Because they wanted to keep control. And I like these thoughts from Paul Barron. I'm about to share them with you, but it makes a lot of sense. Each one of those banks doesn't want to lose its grip on the current reality. But things are changing, times are changing, money is having its internet moment. We're watching the Genius Act having been passed, the Clarity Act is being built and most likely will pass before the end of this year. We've got that bank charter application from Ripple, the Fed Master Account application from Ripple. Looks like they're both very likely to get passed. And the banks are, they're quaking in their boots, but at some point they got that's it. They've used up their bag of tricks. One of the last big ones was that phony SEC lawsuit that Ripple beat down, like a bad habit. So let's take a look at what Paul Barron has to say. And I completely agree with his point of view on this. And I think you really need to expand on it quite a bit more. But this brings it to a point that I think is bite-sizable, something that we can all ingest, and it makes sense. Now, in the prior video, I did talk about how Ripple's going to be a bank, and that's absolutely the case. So the way they're building themselves out with their recent acquisitions especially, you've got Rail, G Treasury, and also Hidden Road, which is now Ripple Prime. Those are major. And prior to all of that, they also bought out 3 custody companies that have created Ripple Custody. So they have custody, they have brokerages for digital assets,